Hello, my name is Joshua Beard, and today we're going to be talking about the Clean Drinking Water Bill proposed to Congress, and I want to talk about the funding and why I chose that topic. So, in America, we often don't think of clean drinking water. We think of it just being there. When we think of needing clean drinking water, oftentimes we think of third world countries and we don't think of our own water supplies. However, we recently saw both in the news, in research articles, and throughout America today, we saw just how important clean drinking water is, and we saw that in Flint, Michigan. Flint, Michigan is an example of just how we do need clean drinking water. In 2016 alone, Flint, Michigan spent $67 million in helping with the clean drinking water crisis. So that's both costly in the short term, and they're still paying for it. So they're paying for long-term medical issues for the citizens that are in that city. And they're also working still on making sure that they're getting the adequate drinking water in that city for those citizens today. And these health implications of having poor drinking water can be pretty severe, especially when it comes to our kids. So this Clean Drinking Water Initiative is for our public schools in the state of Florida. There are roughly 4,500 public schools in the state of Florida. That's in 76 school districts, and that's a whole lot of kids that can be implicated from poor drinking water if this can get out of hand. Just some of the negative side effects of poor drinking water infected by lead can be simply poor growth, impaired hearing. It can even lead to memory problems. It can lead to behavior problems. It can lead to poor brain function, intestinal issues, and even kidney issues. So these are something that at such a young age our kids should not have to face with. And if we're able to stop this epidemic of getting poor drinking water in our school systems, if we're able to stop that before it's too late, before it is causing these issues in our kids, then it's going to save the states millions of dollars, and it's also going to save our future. Our kids are our future, and we want to invest in them. We want to invest in them wisely. We want to make sure that they're growing up in the best and safest environment. And the way we do that is we provide clean, sustainable drinking water. A kid shouldn't have to worry about going to school and say, is this clean? Is that not clean? Can I drink this? They should simply be able to go there and be in a safe environment. Now, the Clean Drinking Water Bill isn't going to be free. It is going to be costly. And we need to look at how the state's able to afford it in the short run and also the long run as well. So this project, the bill is proposing that each school, all the water sources in that school, they identify what those water sources are, whether it be in the kitchen, whether it be in the bathroom, whether it be in the hallway with the water fountains actually. So we want to be able to identify what all these water sources are. We want to label them, and then we want to put water filters on these water sources. It was found that no matter what, if it's old or new, these lead pipes can still corrode and get into our water sources. So we want to prevent that, and the way we're going to prevent that is with these water filters. These water filters, once they're replaced, they also get a new barcode. It's going to state when these water filters were changed and when they need to be changed again. So with that being said, there's going to be an initial cost. That initial cost is going to be the water system itself. So these water systems can cost anywhere from $8,000 to $12,000 per unit. So if we're looking at 4,500 schools in the state of Florida, that can be roughly 36 to $54 million in just the water systems. Now, once we get those water systems in place, there is going to be a reoccurring cost for our states, and that's going to be the water filters themselves. These water filters need to be changed out throughout the year, 2 to 3 times a year, and these filters can be $200 to $300 each. So that can be $2.7 to $3.6 million for those filters, and that's covering all 4,500 schools. So if we're looking at these costs, yes, they can be pricey, and these numbers do look higher, but this is still even cheaper than what Flint, Michigan paid. That is one city in the state of Michigan, and they paid $67 million. This is 76 school districts in the whole state of Florida that we'll be covering, and that's going to be providing thousands of kids clean, sustainable drinking water, so that way they're not living in fear of going into an unsafe environment. They're in a safe environment, getting that clean drinking water, and they're also able to make sure that they have a better outcome in life that they wouldn't get if they're getting all these toxins within their body. So the thing that I'm proposing is, right now, the state of Florida has a sales tax. That rate is at 6%. I am proposing that the sales tax rate go to 6.01%. That is only 0.01% increase. And this 0.01% increase will not only be able to initially cover all of these units for the state, but it will also be able to cover the filter changes each and every year. So that's going to be maintenance, that's going to be new units and repairs. To me, that cost is worth it. We want to invest in our kids, and we want to invest in their futures. If we are able to look back at our history and we're able to make the changes that we need to, we will be able to build a better future, better tomorrow, and a better civilization for our kids and for our country.